Hello Pisces, and welcome to your Astroflower reading from the 20th through to the 25th of June. How's your week been? You enjoying it? We have a little competition going on, which is we're running on Instagram, which you'll find in a link in the description below, along with loads of other stuff to do with the Astroflower, where I will be telling you a keyword during the reading, and apparently you can get a free reading or a free healing session with my good self. So pay attention for that if you want to join in the competition. This is your relationship side, this is your financial side, this is the overall energy, this is the outcome and what's coming in the future. This is your karmic path and learning path for this week. Change is afoot. Most definitely. This has to do with that solstice that's coming up. And I think I'm going to be doing a solstice all signs reading this week, I think, because there's a definite change happening, change in the vibration. It's been very calm this week. We've seen those sunspots on cymatic TV starting to kick off. They will be coming and facing us probably about now, about the time when this video comes out, the Friday and the Saturday. And I think we may get some nice flares in our direction, which are going to change completely the complexion of the vibration that is around us during the weekend or the beginning going into that solstice. Let's just see what the overall energy or what the overall message is going on in here. There's a lot going on sociably, I think, at the moment. I think it's a case here of realizing that you are your world's worst enemy if you work too much. And I think your relationship sides are calling out to you. And it could be quite tricky for you at times, actually, Pisces, on the relationship. They could be really demanding at the moment. If they are really demanding for you, it's going to affect your work side by the looks of it. Let's just see what the overall reading is, or the overall energy going through. And this is the Death card and Rebirth. It's like the caterpillar to the butterfly factor. There's a change of perspective for you. And it could be this relationships side, you know, the emotional side of life that's bringing in this sort of butterfly sensation into your life. And it's making it there, you know, and it's a new you. It's a possibility for a new you. It's not like complete and utter drastic overhaul. It doesn't feel like that. It more feels like just a realignment more than anything else for you. Okay? Let's just see what's going on the karmic path on that relationship side. This is coming from the root. This is coming from the depth of you, of realizing, there's a realization that relationships are really important. And sometimes it's best if we're out the way, not necessarily not in the relationships, but allow the energy to flow through. This is more of a case here of being very, I wouldn't say concrete, but applying yourself on a regular basis with your relationships, in a sense that there are certain things to concentrate on. There are certain things that you need to encourage within your life, within the life of the people that are around you. And it has to be, it's going to be quite physical, but not necessarily physical in the sense of physical, but actually doing it rather than just thinking it, you know. That's what it seems to be. It's sort of saying pass into action. That's what it's sort of saying. That's your karmic path. It's like a call to action, but it's not a call to action. It's just, you've got it within you, and now it's not pass into action. Let's see how the universe is trying to influence that karmic path. There's only 24 hours in a day. You can't do everything. Be selective. That's what it's sort of saying. Don't overburden yourself. the Page of Wands, understanding that mechanical aspect of relationships, which is difficult for you, Pisces, who is, you're pure water, you've got a lot of water flowing through you and a lot of fire as well, so you're very passionate about things in life. But this is asking you to sort of saying, realize that kind of when you push on this in a relationship, this is the result. And it's asking you to make that a bit more sort of concrete within your life, and actually being proactive within the relationships, and actually being there and not necessarily forcing the relationships, but being a participant within the relationships. That's what it's sort of saying here. How are the guides trying to influence your karmic path? That's coming up with that same sort of thing. Believe in acts, not words. That's not quite the phrase that everybody knows, but it's, if you know what I mean. It's more of a case of sort of saying, judge me by my acts rather than by my words. That's what it's sort of saying there. Fortune. As you invest in these relationships, or you integrate yourself within these relationships, it's going to change, because it's looking forward, that card, it's got to be said. That card was really pushing forward into the upper part, but this is very sociable as well. And it's asking you, and it will change those fortunes if you realize that, some things need to be done in order for the relationship to happen. And it may not necessarily be the greatest thing that you think is, or it's not the thing that you love in life, but you know the other person loves it, you enjoy it, but not particularly more than anything else. And it could be like a friend that wants to go, go laying on the beach, and you're not up for laying on the beach, you want to do something a bit more productive. But you can understand that people do enjoy that, so therefore you go with them. But when you're down on the beach, you also enjoy yourself. You go out swimming in the sea. You discover that you actually love, scuba diving or snorkeling, with a tube, and that opens new possibilities for you. And this is what's going to change your fortune in the future, is opening up to those possibilities. Let's see what's going on with the guides trying to influence your conversation within you. That is the opportunity there. The guides are trying to install that opportunity, that possibility within your relationships and everything that is around you. They're being your biggest cheerleader. They're being your biggest fan. And it's really encouraging. Just go ahead and do it. Don't worry about the consequences. That's what it's sort of saying. So you're worried, you've got the Seven of Cups there. The funny thing is the Page of Cups, the Page of Pentacles was up in this position last week. And it was the only cards that you've got at the moment that are switching between the two, moving between the two. But I think this is encouraging you to almost look at life or relationships a little bit like as what you would do, how you would nurture your business in a way. You've got to do certain things. And I think it's sort of saying here, these guys here, I think you'll get a lot of that, and it'd be good to listen to it, saying, to hell with the consequences, just do it. That's the sort of thing. So let's have a look on your financial sort of side of life. This is the karmic path, Four of Pentacles, sorry. Anticipation of investing. So you could see an opportunity within your job or within your career path, and you can see it coming, and it's knowing when to act, when to invest in life, or when to invest in your job, or when to invest in your business. And that doesn't necessarily mean financially either. That could be investing your time or investing your passion into it. It's learning how to play on the accelerator, basically, by the looks of things. Let's see how the universe is trying to influence your karmic path. the universe is trying to sort of pull things away from you, not in a nasty way, but in a good way, to give you a bit of space so you can see clearly. When you see clearly, you can see clearly the opportunity in front of you, that apple tree that you can walk to and get fruit from amongst all the other trees. Once you've got space, you can actually see a lot clearer. And I think that's what the universe is trying to help you with the messages. So they're trying to help you with these opportunities that could be coming up for you. And this is knowing when to push on the accelerator, to invest in it, and giving you that space will allow you to see clearly those messages or those possibilities. Let's just see how your guides are trying to influence your karmic path. Got to move quicker. That's what it's coming through. They're almost as if like they're sorting out a mode of transport for you. That's the best way to describe it. Sort of almost giving you a bicycle so you can go faster than you can walk. Yeah. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to encourage you to see those opportunities and go for those opportunities rather than walking around the entire forest trying to find that apple tree. The long-term plan. So they're trying to encourage you to, so that's been in place, I think, from last week with that Page of Pentacles that was up there. And this is where it's sort of saying it's trying to get you to go further down the line a lot quicker, because it seems to be a bit slow pathway for your job or for your business at the moment, and it seems like it's hard work. They're trying to sort of help you realize that you can get in some quick victories along the way, and they're asking you to sort of like, now that field is sown, leave it to grow and move on to the next thing. Let's just see how the guys are trying to influence your karmic, your conversation that is within you on your financial and business side. They're giving you the compass. They're giving you the direction, basically, to take in this section here, to find those messages, to find those opportunities, to find that tree in the forest that bears fruit. And here they're giving you the direction. They're giving you, go this way, do that. Very passionate, and I think this is going to come out in the whole social aspect of it all. This could be a really good social week for you, Pisces. And they're very passionate about going. It's a very fast. This is what I said about here. They're trying to help you to go on quicker. Stop dragging your heels. Stop worrying about the consequences, which was up here as well. Life is to be lived. You're not going to get everything right. Perfection does not exist. I know you try and obtain it, but it doesn't exist. Well, it exists in that moment of the first respiration and the last exhalation. Yeah? So, in the meantime, you got to live it full on. And I think this is all part of understanding of your accelerator. Did I say on this side or this side? I can't quite remember. It's all part of the accelerator of working out how to really, when to go and when to not to go, when to go, when to not to go. I'm surprised the temperance didn't come up, really. Let's just see what here. So they're going to be, your guys there are going to be really passionate about your future and trying to encourage you to go off and go on very quickly. Let's just have a look in the outcome and what's coming up vaguely in the next week. Future victories and progression on your money side is going to help you and free you up a lot more on your relationship side. That's probably we'll probably see what happens, how that happens within maybe the solstice reading that comes out on Monday or Tuesday, or the reading next week, I think. But this here is sort of like, it's really pulling you towards the future. Really, Sun. You had the Three of Swords there last week, and I think you've been particularly hard on yourself. Yeah? I think you've been particularly hard on yourself. And I think that's that to do with that perfection side. Cut yourself a bit of slack, Pisces. The world is round, but it's not smooth. Nothing is a given. But if you don't go out there, you're not going to get it. So I think it's a case of life is to be lived, so just go ahead and live it. You own absolutely nothing. We own nothing in life in reality. The bricks in your house come from the earth, and it will return to the earth at any given point. Your body will return to the earth at some point. That's just the way it goes. So this here is really, get into your social aspect of life. Get into the social aspect of life, and you're going to really discover a lot of happiness within you. And it's going to make you realize that the old me is not really what I want to be going forward to. I want to be going forward to something that's a little bit more freer, liberated. There you go. That's the key word, liberated. Okay? So liberation is yours. You have that capacity to do it. Okay? If you want to know more about the Astroflower and the link to get to the competition, please go down in the description. You'll find a lot of things in there. I think you'll find your book in there as well, the Astroflower Pisces as well. In the meantime, there's also Cymatic TV to have a look at. I think that's really important. In the meantime, if you want to be part of the Astroflower family, please do. It's very easy to do. You can do it right now. Just click that subscription and click that bell so you'll get the notification for all future readings coming up. Okay? In the meantime, Pisces, don't forget, life should be fun. So please do enjoy.